Get the upper hand on your competition with SCUF controllers. Use code OGXRAYZ to get 5% off your entire order. Yo guys, what's up? It's XRAYZ. Welcome back to another Black Ops 4 video. So before we jump into the video, I do want to mention I did upload earlier today some early footage, some early gameplay, and my thoughts and review of the new Hot Pursuit mode that is coming to Blackout tomorrow. Check that video out, link down below. Let's go ahead and jump into the video today where we're going to be talking about David Vonderhaar addressing the controversy, the recent one, about character unlocks and skins and cosmetics for Blackout characters. So let's jump into the video. So another day and another new controversy for Von, and this is actually going to be him addressing the new controversy over Blackout characters being unlocked now within reserve. So there was a pretty big update here to the black market. It changed a lot of stuff. Now there's actually stuff you unlock only within reserves for Blackout characters. And so someone on Reddit actually posted saying like, yo, what the hell happened to David Vonderhaar saying before the game was out that all these skins that you can use and characters are all going to be unlocked via a quest or mission. And, you know, no one said anything when there was characters that you could unlock, you know, obviously from the tier system or the contraband, or from when they were inside of the store, like old, like Richtofen or whatever. And so, you know, people didn't say anything back then, but I think it was just because you could actually just straight up get them. And now because they're in reserves and there's only a chance you can get them, people a little bit more up in arms about it. But it doesn't change the fact that, yes, they did say all these characters were going to be unlocked one way or another. That was not requiring of some gambling system, essentially. It would have been nice if it was all just unlocked via missions and quests and stuff. Even the contraband stream I'm totally cool with, but once they started monetizing stuff, which again is not really all to blame on Treyarch or David Vonderhaar, who's taken pretty much the brunt of this, is kind of sucks. It kind of sucks that this is happening and that Activision has kind of put Treyarch in this situation, and I don't want to, because I'm always seeing people saying like Treyarch is also at fault here, and I'm sure maybe there's some stuff that Treyarch is at fault for. Who knows? I don't know, but all I know is that usually in these kinds of situations, you got to look up all the way to the top to the guys who are making the decisions that no one knows who the hell they are. And so let's talk about this article. It was really well put together by Charlie Intel, and we'll read through it. So the article reads, Von responds to controversy over how Blackout characters can be unlocked in Black Ops 4. It says, back in September, when Game Informer did an interview with Treyarch Studios' design director of all things Blackout, Von made a note about how Blackout characters will be unlocked. All characters will be unlocked via missions and quests in the game. With the Operation Grand Heist, things changed when some new Blackout characters are now tied behind loot boxes in Call of Duty Black Ops 4. Von has taken to Reddit to respond to the claims that he lied in his interview on how the Blackout characters are unlocked, and this continues to highlight the tensions between publisher Activision and the owned development studios. Von stated that he has no control over business decisions in Call of Duty, which continue to be a point of conflict over what development studios are saying and what Activision is doing in Call of Duty. Von said he has even less control over all business decisions in Call of Duty. He even mentioned that on Twitter when asked about making Blackout free to play, saying that those decisions were made several levels above him and his decisions. Here's Von's response to a Reddit post highlight what Von said in the Game Informer interview originally. Quote, at the time this interview was conducted, which was previous to shipping the game, that's precisely and exactly how it worked. If I went back in time and redid this interview, I'd have to answer it the same way I did then. Things change along the way, and not all of them are design decisions. Other example of things that changed since that interview we conducted. Allowing specialists to be unlocked to anyone without having to quest based on inputs that players had cosmetics that they earned but couldn't use them in Blackout. So what he means by that is when they made so you could use any specialist at any time in Blackout. Before it used to be just a challenge you had to do to be able to use them, and then they ended up just giving it to everyone. Then the other one was add new characters for season pass holders based upon input to give season pass holders more content. So that's also kind of a separate way of doing it. Well, what about all those other playable characters? What about the Cosmic Silverback that's only available to season pass holders? Same thing, it kind of broke that whole mold of you can unlock everything. The two things were not exactly in the design plans at the time. It's a chicken and egg problem. What came first, the chicken or the egg? I can tell you what we have done and what we plan on doing, but things change that I cannot predict or I didn't know about. Doubly true with the business side of things, which have little insight into, even less control over. The alternative, which I considered a lot lately, is just never give interviews nor answer questions. Which is it? I answer the questions as best as I can with the information I have at the time I am asked. If time passes and things have since changed, you could accuse me of not being clairvoyant, but a liar is someone who is purposely trying to deceive you. That's just not the case. And the original post on Reddit, by the way, the title for that Reddit post was, remember when David Vonderhaar said that all Blackout characters would be behind mission and quest to unlock? And it got a ton of comments. And the actual comment he replied to was from 6 in Change Gash. And he said, I truly believe that Vonderhaar only tells us what he knows at the time. I don't think he makes any decisions about microtransactions, loot boxes, or how characters are distributed. That's an Activision thing, not a game designer thing. Edit. That said, he should know Activision better than anyone and shouldn't be making promises or statements like he did, which I guess is kind of true. I mean, really, David Vonderhaar, like he was saying in that giant post, is just relaying information that he was given. He tries to answer the questions as best as he can, but if Activision decides the next day, yo, we're changing it, now we're going to be selling them separately, or now they're in loot boxes, there's nothing he can say or do, and at that point, he just has to accept the fact that what he said would happen before is not going to happen. Let's go back to Black Ops 3. When Black Ops 3 first came out, they said that there was only going to be like cosmetic stuff and supply drops, and that ended up changing when they added melee weapons. And then they were like, oh, but those are just cosmetics for melee weapons. There's nothing different, no stat changes. People were like, okay. And then a few months after that, hello, we've got our first DLC weapon in there, and one of the worst DLC systems I've ever seen in any Call of Duty ever came to Black Ops 3, and this was after they promised cosmetics only in supply drops. Are you gonna blame Treyarch? No. I mean, I blame them a little bit, but at the same time, I don't blame them to a point where I held them to this standard or I hold them accountable, because at the end of the day, they make the game, they bust their ass making the games, and they bust their ass working on these cosmetic stuff that they're told to make, and that I'm sure they were planning on releasing differently. But then at the end of the day, once they're done making the game and making all the designs, Activision is the one who says, well, this is what we're going to do with it. And if they say put them in the loot boxes, you've got to listen to your boss and do it, because if you don't do it, someone else is going to do it for you. And I would rather not be out of a job, and I really would rather none of them who work there and bust their ass are out of a job because they fight back on something that they have literally no control over. So David Vonderhaar, I am happy that you are fighting back, and I really hope that in the future that we find a way to be more transparent with this stuff, and that, you know, this, I really hope and wish the best for every sub studio that works for Activision to be able to in the future grab their studio and take it and do what they want to do. And it would suck, because when that finally happens, I feel like Call of Duty won't be a brand anymore. And it's a tough situation to be in. You're stuck between a rock and a hard place, and that's just the way it is. So let me know what you guys think about this post, this reply by David Vonderhaar. How do you guys feel about this whole situation? Comment down below. If you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like, drop a favorite, guys. Super appreciated and incredibly helpful. And if you are new to the channel, then obviously make sure you guys are subscribed, turn on those notifications, join the notification gang. And if you guys want to support the channel directly, you guys can do so by checking out my channel memberships. You get access to early content, exclusive videos, special badges, and a whole bunch more. Check that out only if you're willing and able to. And also, if you want to talk about anything, Twitter is literally the best place to do so. I am constantly talking over there. Go ahead and give me a follow over there at OGXRAYZ, link down below. You guys have an awesome day. Take care. I'm out. Peace. Just a dog? I thought that was an actual person. I didn't know it tracks dog. I've been playing this whole time and I didn't realize they did that. Yo, we are going to win this game handsomely. Holy. Oh, hell. Dude. Nope. You keep running that way, bro. It's all you. It's all you, bro. I'm sorry I hit you. I'm just going to use this too. You bastard, let me use my crap. Oh man. But yeah, guys, so let me know how you guys feel about this post from David Vonderhaar. But I just kind of wanted to talk a little bit more here towards the end, just like my thoughts on what I feel with this whole situation, because this is a tough situation to be in, you know, to be taking all this crap for decisions that are above your pay grade, way above your pay grade, and then it's just like you taking it. You know, the people who make the decisions aren't really getting affected because no one knows who these, you know, ambiguous, you know, people are. and so someone's got to take the brunt of it, and that's David Vonderhaar and the Trek Studios and all the devs that work there. So let me know what you guys think about that down in the comment section below. Let's see what we earned here from our little tier progresses. We earned a couple of things that I don't really care about. For 10, I'm excited for the baller outfit, so I'm excited for that.